Good morning. Welcome to Music with me, Ms. Edie. This lesson is on triplets. The purpose of this lesson is to introduce students to triplet rhythms and combinations using triplets. The SC music standards and benchmarks include the artistic processes of connecting and performing. I can apply music concepts to other art disciplines and content areas. I can identify rhythmic notation, and I can read meter in 4/4, 3/4, and 2/4. Check out these signs. What do they mean? When you see these, what are they telling you without words? What does this sign mean? Use a complete sentence to say what this sign means. And when you're thinking of your sentences that you're writing, make sure you're capitalizing what needs to be capitalized and that you have the correct punctuation marks at the end. What does this sign mean? How are signs able to communicate a message without using words? How do you know what those signs meant without them having words? If you were to answer this, please use complete sentences to let me know how you know. What do you think these meter signs describe about the music? Are they telling you how many instruments to play? How many voices are being used? How many beats per measure? How many times to sing a song? What do you think these meter signs describe about the music? Just so you know, they tell how many beats are in each measure. Time signatures are meter signs. A time signature or meter sign tells how many beats are in each measure. The top number tells how many beats are in each measure. And the bottom number tells what kind of note gets the beat. In this case, it is a quarter note because the bottom number is 4. So to recap that last slide, a meter sign or time signature, they both mean the same thing, tells you how many beats per measure. The top number tells you how many beats per measure, but the bottom number tells you what kind of note gets the beat. So if there is a 4 on the bottom, as stated before, that means a quarter note gets the beat, and a quarter note will be equal to 1 beat. If a 2 were on the bottom, that means a half note is what will equal 1 beat. And if it's an 8 on the bottom, it means it's an eighth note that equals 1 beat. We'll get into those more. So right now we're focusing on 4. However, just to give you another example about that top number and that bottom number, let's say on top it said 4, but on the bottom it said cats. I know. Seems impossible, but what that means is that every measure has to have 4 cats or something that equals 4 cats. Silly but true. The next slide, you're going to review note and rest values. Again, I know we reviewed them on several lessons, but it is something you really need to know as we go towards being able to write and play write and read them. So not only is this going to be a recap of meter from someone else, so maybe that will help your perspective, we're going to also review those notes.
Roll. Meter. What is meter? In our music, we see these numbers written in the beginning: 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. Those are examples of different meters, sometimes called time signatures. The simple definition of meter is the organization of music notes. Let's take a look at this meter, 2/4. For now, the top number 2 is the most important number. The top number tells us how many beats are in each measure. So when we look at the top number 2, we are being told that there are 2 beats in each measure. Let's recall how many beats each music note receives. The quarter note has how many beats? 1 beat. The half note has how many beats? That's right, 2 beats. How many beats are in the whole note? That's right, 4 beats. Let's recall how many beats each music rest receives. The quarter rest has how many beats? That's right, 1 beat. The half rest has how many beats? That's right, 2 beats. Let's recall a measure. A measure in music contains 2 bar lines and allows space for music notes and rest to hang out. You could think of a measure kind of like a belly inside a music monster. You can see here that this monster has 3 bellies, which are currently empty. We need to fill them up with music notes. Let me introduce you to my friend, the 2-4 monster. Hey, no reason to be scared. This music monster only eats music notes. As you can see, this music monster has 3 bellies, but we will call his bellies measures. This music monster is very angry. Yeah, that is when you are angry because you are hungry. And this monster is hungry for music notes and rest. He enjoys all kinds of notes and rest. Quarter notes, half notes, quarter rest. He loves them all. Remember, 2-4 means that each measure is only allowed to have 2 beats. If we give the monster more than 2 beats in each belly, well, he's going to be sick from eating too much. But if we do not give the music monster enough beats, well, he'll still be hangry. Yikes! So, we have to make sure he gets the perfect amount of beats in each belly. Okay, let's fill in these bellies. In the first belly, let's get a note that equals 1 beat, the quarter note. Next, let's go with a quarter rest because it equals 1 beat as well. So in that first belly, we have 2 beats. Check it off. Let's fill in the next belly. How about a half note for the second measure? Remember, the half note gets 2 beats, so since this one note has 2 beats, we are good to go. Sometimes we get confused that each measure gets 2 notes. Remember, it's not 2 notes per belly, it's 2 beats per belly. On to the third and last belly. Let's choose the paired eighth notes. Remember, even though there are 2 notes combined by a beam, these 2 notes only equal 1 beat. How about the next note? Let's go with a quarter note. That equals 1 beat. So, in this measure, we have successfully given the monster 2 beats. Check it off. Well, it looks like we have a happy music monster. Very happy. Every measure was filled in with the correct amount of beats. Time to pot it down.
So great for that review. Once again, the benchmarks are I can apply music concepts to other arts, disciplines, and content areas. In this case, think math. I can identify rhythmic notation. You just got finished doing some of that. And I can read meter in 4/4, 3/4, and 2/4. And you just did 2/4. Emily, Timothy, and Desiree are 3 peas in a pod, just like triplets or 3 notes or sounds that equal 3 beats. Join me in chanting their names as well as some other 3-syllable words to a steady beat. These words should look familiar because we used them in a previous lesson. Emily, Timothy, Desiree. Emily, Timothy, Desiree. Blueberry, strawberry, chocolate. Go. Blueberry, strawberry, chocolate. Listen. Britain's neck, Marion, MIS. I'll do this one more time, and you repeat. We're doing them in 4 beats, so that means we have a beat of silence. Emily, Timothy, Desiree. Emily, Timothy, Desiree. Blueberry, strawberry, chocolate. Blueberry, strawberry, chocolate. Britain's neck, Marion, M-I-S. Britain's neck, Marion, M-I-S. Great job, good job. Actually, I like doing this. Good job, good job. Good job, good job. Why is a steady beat important when playing rhythms or playing instruments with others? We said these in a steady beat. That's something to think about. Now we are going to clap. Let's clap Emily, Timothy, Desiree. They each equal 1 beat. And we can clap these together, and we're going to look at some rhythms that use a triplet. 2, ready, listen. Emily, Timothy, Desiree. Emily, Timothy, Desiree, go. Stop. I'm going to put more time in between each one. Listen. Emily, Timothy, Desiree. Ready, go. Triplet, 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 triplet. Triplet, 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 triplet. Now we're going to go to some rhythms that use triplets. And each one of these equals 4 beats. And we got a bar line here. Let's know that this equals 4 and another 4. This is a triplet. So we have what you should remember. Remember, this is an 8-note pair, and we know that each one of these equals half. So it may seem odd that you have 3 of these. Half plus half is a whole, plus another half equals 1 and 1/2. But we already told you that this equals 1 beat. So with this above it as number 3, we know that we have to make it fit into 1 beat. So it's going to be triplet. So they are even in a way within the beat, because there's some other 3-note patterns that equal 1 beat, and they are not like this. They are tick-tee, ticka, and ticka-tee. Shh, that's a little bit ahead. But triplet. So we're going to say triplet, and we're going to use our tas and TTs. Triplet, ta, TT, ta. If I put the metronome back on, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, listen, listen. Triplet, ta, TT, ta. 1, 2, I'm going to use beat counts, listen. Triplet, 2, 3, and 4. How about, I'm going back to rhythm syllables. Triplet, ta, TT, ta. Now you say it, go. Triplet, ta, TT, ta. Clap and say this line. Ready, go. Triplet, ta, TT, ta. 1, 2, I'm going to do this line. Listen. Triplet, ta, triplet, sh. 1, 2, you try it, go. Triplet, ta, triplet, sh. 1, 2, I'm going to use beat counts. Listen. Triplet, that's my bad. Triplet, 2, triplet. I could have said 4 for that. I'll do that one again. Triplet, 2, mean these beat counts. I'm going one more time. I'm going to say 1 pullet, 2, 3 pullet, 4. 1 pullet, 2, 3 pullet, 2. Listen, rhythms. Triplet, ta, triplet. 1, 2, you try that, go. Triplet, ta, triplet.
Remember, triplet.
1,
3 sounds
2,
on 1 beat.
clap it and say it. Triplet, ta, triplet. You could probably make up some more patterns using triplets. But as we heard the metronome giving us a steady beat, hopefully that kind of informs you. Not kind of, it does inform you why it's important to have a steady beat so that you can say the rhythms correctly